Hello, hello, hello. I am the Ozoixima, and today I am on your screen because we just gotta talk about some things, okay? Because I just watched a video. I like to watch this commentary channel. She does video essays named Zane Grey, and I am going to link her in the description box below. Be sure to go check her out for a lot of pop culture commentary, video essays, as she calls it. Um, yeah, it's very enlightening topics, like enlightening perspectives on topics, I should say. So, the topic of discussion for the video that I just concluded watching is a situation that makes my ass itch. And we're not gonna say it made my ass itch from the very beginning because it didn't. More so, it's making my ass itch now. It's making my ass itch now, y'all. Because it's just like, I wish these weren't set to zero. Because it's just like, you know, should we throw these away? I don't know. I don't know if she would wear these. They don't really look like her. But maybe she just collects them. You know how rich people are. Anyway, I'm doing this walk-in closet. This walk-in closet has been taking me out, y'all. On my TikTok, I posted a sneak peek of it. But thank God I've got more. I did that big CC shop, and now I have more. Um, ooh, I can't lie. That red one, that red orange, blood orange looking one, is kind of fire. Ooh, I like this mint one too. Never been into Michael Kors personally, but maybe the yellow one's just okay. It's like a very specific color. You can only wear it with so many things. But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it and do struggle with this closet because the bane of my existence, okay? The bane. So yeah. Um what is there to say? Let's start off by saying it just it really just all pisses me off. I'm not trying to show y'all too much of this because I want to do a tour of this build. We haven't done a tour yet because this has not been finished. Excuse me. I'm tripping over my words. I just had a coffee. No, damn, I didn't even ask for extra zip. I should have. Anyway, you guys don't hear any kids in the background because my kids are gone. They're at grandma's. Never happens. So you don't hear them. But yeah, they are, oops, they are over there. So that's cool. Love that for them. Love that for us. So what happened was that DDG, or DVD as other people call him, he he's basically gone on the internet, and I'm not gonna say talking about Hallie because of course he can. It's not like she doesn't exist. He does have his own platform. It's not like she doesn't exist. She had to know that that was gonna happen, um, by getting with him. It's not like normal everyday people. And even then, good luck with them never talking. People gonna talk about you till you die. You can't control that. I've even had issues with that in my personal life. Like he'll be like, "Don't talk about this person, talk about that." People gonna talk about you till they die. Quit crying. Grow up. Anyway, people gonna talk about me. They gonna talk about you. They gonna talk about the dog. They gonna talk about the cat. But yeah, they gonna talk about Bruno. They gonna talk about it all. But it's how you do what you do and what you say. I feel like is you know an important part as well. And DDG has a habit of, I feel like, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like this story it has embellishments. Like he comes out the gate swinging at her, and it's just he's leveraging his fan base in such an irresponsible way that I'm like, do you want them to hate Hallie? Is that your goal? You can't just then turn around and be like, oh, psych, after the fact of what you said. Like, you can't just tell them these horrible allegations. Like, the things that he said were horrible from a parental standpoint, and I'm here to tell you why. So, I'm a new mom. I've been a mom for almost 3 years to my son and a year and a half to my daughter. I did have my kids back to back. So, but I'm still a new mom. I don't know everything about being a mom. I learn new stuff about my own children every day. Um, Most parents do. And then it comes in phases. Right now I'm in the early phases, but I'm about to be in the child in school phase. And that's a completely new journey for me. So, and for my son and us as a family. I'll have one in school, one out of school. I've never had that before. So it's really in stages, it's in phases and stages of what is going on right now when it comes to parenting. And these situations that bring you stress or discomfort or the child, they're not permanent, you know? Um, like my son, for instance, he gets a lot of help, therapies and stuff like that. And it is time consuming. It can be time consuming, it can be tiring, it can be invasive because there's in-home stuff. And oh, I won't lie, the last year I really felt like I didn't get to enjoy my son because I had to, oh, we got to go to this appointment, we got to do this, we have to go do that, and constant like worrying. Um, Constant worry. I mean, you're gonna worry anyway, but just medically, it just feeling like I could do better. It's been a real time, a journey, a real journey. And I've had to I'm the mom, but I've had to take the back seat and let the medical professionals really lead the way. So that's I'm learning that early, thankfully. But I'm just saying, like, these are things like you when you like somebody and it's just the two of you and you have a child, you have pictures in your head of what it's gonna be like. It's almost always idyllic. It's not gonna be what it really turns out to be. And I'm guilty of that as well. So then you have your child, and some things are better than what you could ever imagine. Like my kids, they sleep really good throughout the night. They're really good kids. They're really sweet and loving kids. They're close to each other, which is so amazing. It's one of the main things that I wanted for them. And I hope is always the case throughout their entire lives. And so I say that to say maybe Hallie did know, that he was a public figure. She did say that she used to like to watch his videos before they became a couple. And but she was watching him as like a content creator. She was entertained by him. She wasn't seeing him as a dad. And then she's probably seen him interact with other kids, and that being an uncle or a big brother or sister to a child is not the same freaking thing to being the parent of a child. Okay? Not at all. I don't care how many diapers, how many booty you wipe, I don't care. It's not the same. But she's seen him interact positively, I think, with children, so like that. So she felt comfortable enough to take the route that has landed them here, to present day, which is where they have their beautiful son Halo together. But neither one of them, her or DDG, could really like, sorry, oh, I'm supposed to be playing too, could really probably see everything. They're not what am I trying to say? Oracles. They can't see the future. They're not Raven Simone, and that's a Raven. However, he's leveraging his fan base in a bad way because he comes and he says, I have to essentially beg to see my son. And he makes it sound just so bad. He's like, I have to beg to see my son. This has been going on. Like he's seeming like he's highly frustrated. And what he's describing is a highly frustrating situation, to be clear and to be fair. But we have to realize we're hearing one side, but it's coming out as very salacious. It's very bad what he's saying. So he's like, I have to beg to see my son. I live 2 hours away. Why do you live 2 hours away? You guys probably lived 2 hours away when you were dating. You know, somebody should have tried to close that gap. But they are freshly, still newly. You're not just gonna sell your house. Most people wouldn't. You're probably freshly, newly not together. You know, and then bear in mind a lot of the real estate was just burned to a crisp down south. So I'm in Michigan. Um, so that's probably a factor. There's not a whole lot of available real estate right now. There's a lot of misplaced people down there, so famous or otherwise. And yeah, but I'm sure that they didn't live that close to each other when they were dating initially. And that's something that they could have put more thought into. But they're probably like, oh, we're going to be together at one house or the other house. Fair enough. But whatever. So, rich people problems. I really can't articulate too much into that because I can't relate. So, yeah, he's like, I have to drive 2 hours to see him. Then I get all the way there and I want to take him and I want to do stuff with him and I can't do stuff with him, but she doesn't have to ask me to go out of state, to go out of the city, to go out of the country. Let me stop you right there. When I heard that being said, he's like, she doesn't have to ask permission at all. I get told that she's the primary parent and I am the secondary parent. So, stopping right there, that is just, for lack of better words, DDG, if you ever listen to this, that is legal jargon. It's legal jargon. And it doesn't sound nice, but you shouldn't take it too personally. It's just in reference to where this child is spending the most of their time, in what household they can reasonably assume, even though it's further down the line, to be fair, but which household they can reasonably assume the child would likely do school in. Even when you go to fill out any type of like employment or government form, obviously you're self-employed, but still, do your taxes even. It's going to ask you, and everybody else, the average American, is going to ask you, where is your primary and secondary residence, or a primary or secondary emergency contact. It's not, though, those words aren't in there to hurt you. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not in there to hurt you. They're just in there because they just, you have to, if it wasn't worded like that, it's going to be worded another way. And you're probably not going to be a fan of that either, you know? So it's not just a you thing, DDG. It's a everybody thing. Whether you have a child or not, you have to say if you have a primary or a secondary residence. That's just how it's going to be. Um So he was saying, I get told that she's the primary parent, I'm the secondary parent, and that shouldn't be the case. When I'm primary as well. I mean, he basically wants to feel as though he's an equal part. And I feel like whether you like him or don't like him, at the base level, we can sympathize with that, right? Oh, this would be perfect for my hospital. Sorry, that I made. Well, clinic, treatment center. So yeah, he wants to feel like he's equal in his son's life, and I feel like that's fair. That's really fair. I won't knock him for that. We know that he's an involved father. We know he loves his son. We already know all those things. So fair enough. He's probably feeling like, well, damn, there's some people that don't even show up for their child, but I show up for my child, and I really don't fit the mold of a secondary anything. Once again, it's just legal jargon. I don't think he should take that great of offense, and then that shouldn't be thrown in his face if it was. You don't have to remind him that he's not the principal residence. But all right, the way that he likes to get up and go and collaborate, do you really want to be like he's saying he doesn't want to be called it, but is it because you just don't want to be called that, and you want to have control over what's said about you, but you're not giving Hallie control about what you say about her, not giving her any say so in how often you stream Halo or how often you Snapchat Halo? Like, why is it that you have all these stipulations and feelings upon how you are represented, but you know what I'm saying? And people said, "Oh, she comes online as well." She does, but he's the media king, and I say that from my own personal knowledge because back when she was unconfirmed to be pregnant, but we all pretty much knew, he outed her on his vlog. I don't think that I thought that I feel like when she was walking by and she had the little towel on her head and she was in the white shirt and little gray sweatpants and she was all pudge and cute and she walked by, she was waddling by. Baby girl thought he was gonna edit that out. It was not her choice. I think it was her choice to wait to show the pregnancy. I don't think that that was DDG at all. Personally, this is an opinion. Oh, I don't have the mesh for that. Dang, that looks cool though. Damn. Mesh by XIMS. Okay, I need to find that. Anyway. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah. Um, what was I saying? Crap. Yeah, I don't think that that was by his design. I think that was her request that they not pimp out her pregnancy. And she still was doing, the movie was fresh. She didn't want it to overshadow the movie. I don't think DDG gave a good darn about any of that. I think he just wanted to, ooh, I think he wanted what he wanted. He wanted to exploit the pregnancy to the fullest. He didn't care. He didn't care about no freaking movie coming out. I mean, he did because he wanted to walk the red carpet with her, but and show off his little fashion. But let's be honest, he didn't really care. He didn't really care. So, um, he outed her pregnancy. That vlog was part of what got everybody's antennaing. And now we move forward and she's pregnant. She posted a lot of stuff about her pregnancy after the fact, after she already gave birth, which I think was her intention. But the minute that little boy came out, I was on DDG's Snapchat and he was pimping him out. When I watched Zane Grey's video, one of her clips in there that somebody said they're like the baby get worked every day. And I was laughing. It's not funny, but I was laughing because the baby really does get worked every single day. Like he's pretty much his dad's employee almost, sadly. So, excuse me. Yeah, he's pretty much his dad's employee, pretty much. And he's what, a year and some change old? Around my daughter's age? Die! Money. So, they have the baby. They fall apart. They're not together anymore, sadly. And what was her point of contention when she quote unquote crashed out on the internet last time? She didn't like that her son was about to be on basically what a part of Kai Cenat's, it was 24-hour live stream, I think. And she had told DDG that she did not want that. He must not have agreed. He's like, well, I gotta work. You have to work, sir, but your son does not. Your son does not. Yes, you have to work, but your son does not. But he's like, I don't know what she talking about, but I'm from the live stream. And so he gets on there, he does what he does, and then that gets put out. They expose that the behind the scenes of the back and forth that we shouldn't even know about. um, with him pinching his brother. He's like, oh, that stuff backfired, Dub, or whatever the heck his name is. He's like, that stuff she tried to do backfired, bruh. And he's like pinching him. But her whole point of contention was that she did not want the baby to have to be on the live stream. She didn't say, she never has once came out, unless y'all can produce that proof for me. I have not seen it said anywhere of her saying that he absolutely cannot be on the internet. Because she posts him too. Everybody's like, she posts him too. Yeah, that's true. She does. Not as much as DDG. So he comes out the gate talking about she can take him out of the state, she can take him out of the country, she can take him to anywhere that she wants to do, implying that she's done so and has not told him, which is completely wrong on her end. That's wrong and that's disgusting behavior. Just because you're the mother and you're the primary parent, or you're the parent that the child lives in the house with, goes to school with once he is school age, does not negate the fact that they have another, because DDG is a present father. We can never take that from him. He's a good father, present father. However, he pimps his son out to the internet, and we're getting to that. Just you wait. We're getting to my overall point very shortly here. So, um, that was her request. So if she's taking him and not telling him, he has proof of that, especially out of the country. I don't know what he's talking about, because let me tell you, that's not true. That's not true. As an American citizen, that is not true. If you have established custody, I do not think, based on what has been coming out, I personally do not think, in my opinion, that they have any established custody. So, what I'm going to say is in reference to people that have custody established. However, if he has proof that she has taken that baby at a year old out of the country, especially out of the country, let alone out of the state, without consulting him first to let him know, not ask permission, because you're not going to get that anymore, DG, but to not let him know that, hey, he, the next time I have my time with Halo, after you're done seeing him, guess what? I'm going to be taking him with me to work, or to do business, or to vacation, whatever the means may be, work or pleasure, whatever it might be, to this destination. This is going to be where we're staying at. This is how long we plan to be there. And yeah, that's all she has to tell him. He's not entitled to know anything else. Everybody that's gonna be there, where he's gonna be and how long he's gonna be there, and possibly a number for the hotel room, and or the number for the hotel, an address for the hotel. That's a courtesy I feel like I would extend as a single mom. Because what if something happens and I'm incapacitated? Somebody has to come and get these kids. Somebody has to advocate for the children. It's just what you do as a responsible parent. And he's an emergency contact for those kids when they, well, for their child, I meant. Sorry, I have kids plural, they do not. But that's what you do as a grown adult. It just is. Do people do you yeah. And then the average single mom and single dad in America doesn't have money to go out on a whim out of the country anyway. So they can't relate to that, his fan base. They can't. Their baby mamas, if they have any, don't have that level of privilege 9 times out of 10. But she does. And if she has not done that, that is horrible. And that could be grounds to start a custody dispute. And I would encourage him to do so if that took place. I don't think it has, because I haven't heard it brought up anywhere that she's left the country recently. In fact, her and Halo are homesick, most currently, that we know. That's the most current information that we have, is that they were homesick together. And that she's taking care of him, whether it's with help or not, it's not really the point, but she's taking care of him. He's with his mom, and we have not seen any pictures or videos or footage of him sick. And why I say that is because DDG drove allegedly 2 hours to her house. He got there with the intention to take, his words, take the child somewhere. We don't know where, but he wanted to take him out, spend time with him, all well and good. But unfortunately, she ended up telling him, like, oh, yeah, well, and this is upstairs, I guess. So he's able to enter her home just fine. He was able to go find his son and speak with her. But when he said that had the intention of taking him out, she's like, well, he's sick, you know. I'm not saying these are the words verbatim, but in my mind, like, no, he's sick. He's got to be home. Like, I don't think you should take him out. Because bear in mind, the child is going to be photographed probably by DG most certainly or somebody else. And I think she was just trying to protect his privacy while he was sick. Yes, he's already out there, but doesn't mean that that's an excuse to do more or while he's sick. So she's like, no, I think he should probably just be in the house. I really don't think it's about saying no to DDG as much as he thinks it is or wants to portray it. It's how he does stuff is why she's telling him no. So he goes on to say that he's like, okay, no problem, and takes the son downstairs. He wants to give him a steam in the shower, take him downstairs, take care of him basically. Now, later on in the stream, he ends up saying that he kind of outs himself, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, the way I am viewing it. He outs himself without outing himself. He started swinging with the she takes him out of the country and she's the primary. She doesn't have to ask permission. I have to ask permission. Like I have a second mom. Like it was just really calling her your mom is disgusting on a lot of different levels and disrespectful. But then we come to down from that high point and as he's fizzling out of his tantrum, he's kind of forgetting what he initially was talking about because that's a very big spot to start from, and then it's all little points following it. There's no build up after that. It's just like you started from this high peak, no proof. This is really something you should go to the courts with or even the police with if it's happening. To, well, then I took him downstairs and then all of a sudden, and I'm chilling with him, and then all of a sudden I'm kicked out. Well, you're down. Okay, so you've come to her house possibly unannounced. 2 hours you drove and you did not call. Let's lay out what could be the facts or what we're presented with. Then you take care of him fine. She already said no, you really can't go out. So maybe she was trying to be polite to you, possibly, and wanted you to thought that you would leave. But then you're rinsing him off in the shower, giving him a steam, and she's like, okay, that's fine. Lets you do that. She's like, that's cool. I didn't have to do that. That's cool. The nanny didn't have to do that. Cool. And that's sweet of him. But then when you started sitting down on the couch, she was probably worried. She was probably worried, like, I don't want him to, the same reason I just said I didn't want you to take him out. She's like, he streams and Snapchats and live streams every day. He even goes as far to say it himself in this live stream. He says it himself. He's like, I stream and I Snapchat every day, and of course I'm gonna do that, and my son gonna be near me. Blah blah. Boy, young man, like he is sick. Don't put that in front of his face, and he is sick. So I think that is why then he got kicked out of her house. It's her house. Y'all not together no more. You don't, you know what I'm saying, presumably pay anything up in there. So you came over there unannounced. She did let you in. She let you rinse him off and give him a steam, and she let you hang out on the couch with him for presumably a little bit. But then she's kind of like, all right, what is this? Oh, this is foundation. But then she's like, all right, you gotta go. You gotta go. And she proceeds to put you out. So I don't think she put you out for the sake of putting you out or making you feel like crap. In my heart of hearts, I think it's just sincerely she was worried. She was worried about. I'm really giving y'all more of this build than what I'm trying to right now. But anyway, I just sincerely think that she was worried about you going right ahead and just doing what you always seem to do, which is whatever you want, and having that camera in that poor baby's face, because then it was going to be, oh, he wanted it to be on the blogs because that's good PR for him, because people call him DVD. They already know that he's a clout vampire. He's a clout and energy vampire. And so they're like, oh, he wanted the narrative to be, oh, look at DDG, he's such a caring father, which he is, but you don't need to, you know, add to it. But he's such a caring father. Look how he's taking care of Halo right now. Um, He took care of him while he was sick. He was gonna show every diaper. He was gonna show every feed, every I went out and or I ordered this so Halo can feel better. I did that. He was gonna be like the Caucasian TikTok moms, like just cloud farming their child all day. Like it was gonna be a play by play of Halo's day, him taking care of him instead of actually just doing that and offering the child some privacy. That was what I think she was concerned about. Not you being there or taking care of him. I don't think that that was her concern. But when it seemed as though once you were all stationary, because I used to be on his Snapchat and he did do a lot of like when Halo was asleep or them laying in the bed or them on the couch. I mean, that's what you do when you're a parent, that's where you tend to be. He did do a lot of content of that. So, yeah. That's what I think that she was concerned about. And he's like, he tries to make it about females too. He's like, I collab with with different girls and I don't care what she does, but yeah, trying to make it seem like she's upset about holding the child hostage or something because she's upset about him collabing with people. I just refuse to think that that's true. And even if she is, it's not all out in the open like that, like how you want it to be. That's why you're trying to push that narrative because there's nothing supporting that at all from her behavior. Nothing. The only thing that he has that is clear from her is her not wanting Halo to just be, you know, in the same way that you want to say if he goes out of the country or if he goes here or goes there, she wants to say on the videos and stuff like that. But he doesn't seem to think he's like, well, this is my job. This is what I do. Okay, fair enough, but oh, and then I've seen some people be like, well, she knew that he did content create. Okay, knowing that he did content creation, he wasn't already a dad. Maybe she thought he would tone it down for her. Maybe he even misled her to tone it down, that he would tone it down for the sake of some of their child's privacy. Because she clearly doesn't post every single thing about her or her child. She has that clear separation. So I think that she thought that he would kind of follow suit with that. Um, that he would he's in different rooms and spaces with her, and he would kind of elevate past that. I think was her expectation, and it just kind of fell flat. Didn't happen. He's still the same cloud vampire that he's been. Um, I don't know. I just hope that they work it out because they have their beautiful son in the mix of all of that. But I think that she just didn't want him to be posted while he was sick because she went on to take care of him and we didn't see him at all. Even when she responded on her whatever that was, TikTok or uh, what was the other one? Snapchat. I think it might have been Snapchat. But once she, you know, came on, we didn't see anything. We didn't see him. And then what else? I've seen someone say on Zane's video, if the pregnancy was private, make everything else private too, aka their problems with each other and stuff. I'm inclined to agree with that. I think that they both need to dial it back, not just him, the both of them, but they each gotta take that initiative. You know, it can't be just one or the other, and then two wrongs most certainly doesn't make it right. And so him coming out and alluding that she has taken that child out of the country or out of the state without his approval, or not really approval, but more so like knowledge and thorough knowledge of where he would be at, just in case if he needed to come get him, an emergency situation. Like it or not, you have to do that when you have a child with somebody. It just is what it is. So him alluding to that, I'm not okay with that, and I'm sure his followers wouldn't be either. And it's kind of like a dog whistle, you know. Um, but most of us also can't relate to that. So the idea that you have the money and the resource to be a good parent or to be a good co-parent and choose not to is not really good. It's not really a good thing. It's not representing her good. So it's like, are you trying to ruin her opportunities? Are you trying to make her look horrible? This could bar her from opportunities. Him too. And I'm confused if that's what he's aiming for. Like, is it? Is that what you want, DDG? To mess up both of your public image to make us all sick of you both? Because I just don't know. I don't know what he's aiming for. Um, but yeah, that's what I had to say on this. I just think it's super unfortunate that he came to the internet. If any of that is true, he needs to go ahead and make reports with the proper authorities. That's kidnapping to just take both your child across state or country lines, like especially the country. Like you cannot just do. He's not a handbag. Neither one of you can just do whatever the heck you want to do with him. But yeah, I don't know what these are. Hopefully they figure this crap out because oh, these are for kids. Oh, yeah, these are super cute. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they figure it out soon and they both knock it off. They both need to knock it off. They both just need to knock it off. I don't really have a favorite in the situation. I'm not really a fan of either or. I liked them together for like 2 seconds, and then it got and then it got annoying. I think that it's best that they be apart. But is she really icing you out so bad if you're able to just come to her house unannounced? She actually lets you in. She lets you see your son, take care of him. He was on stream with him last week. Like you're really embellishing a lot of the story. You're not this oppressed dad with no say, and none of these things have happened. And I feel bad for the girl. Why are you lying on her like that? That's one of the most mean things that you can say about a mom that you're co-parenting with. That she's, I mean, that's really a horrible, like I said, a horrible thing to do. Keeping the child away from the other parent. So without proper recourse, things in place legally. If she feels a certain way, she needs to put her big girl panties on, respectfully, and go and make, they both do. I think they do need to go to court. That's why I say I don't think that they have anything established, but they need to have something established. You two are not in a space to co-parent on your own. You're just not. It's evident. You keep putting us in the group chat. We don't need to be in the, the group chat. This is perfect for the new pack. But yeah, you guys, I don't think you guys can do the hmm? Oh, soap cubes. I don't think that you guys are in the space to co-parent. I didn't know they had a toothbrush set. What the heck? I don't think you two are in the space to co-parent right now. I just don't think you are on your own, I should say. Um, it's okay to get intervention. A lot of people need it. You guys are still young, you're figuring stuff out, you're new parents. I think that they can turn this all around and have a good co-parenting relationship. And I don't think their co-parenting relationship is past repair, but it's heading there. It's heading there and it's heading there fast. And they both need to knock it off. He's not he's not a purse, he's not a pet. And as somebody who's about to have a preschooler, I'm about to get emotional. As somebody who has a preschooler, it's gonna be here before you know it. Like you guys are put the damn phones and cameras down and try to enjoy. It's okay to we understand you vlog, you stream, you're a singer, you guys are out in public. We get it. I'm not saying completely all the time, But I do think DDG, maybe you should take a step back and show her like, hey, yeah, I do this for a living. I do this for a living, but I'm not, because I think part of it is making him mad that it's like it was good enough that I was a streamer before we had a kid, and I can kind of see where he's coming from. If that's not what he said, it's just a vibe I get, but I can kind of get that point of view as well. It's like, damn, bitch. It was good enough before, but all of a sudden it's not good enough anymore. You know, all of a sudden what I do isn't as valid as what you do, and and you know, if I'm working and I happen to have our son, I'm using him. I feel like that's kind of how he feels. But he definitely he's real heavy on the Halo content. I'm sorry, out of the two of them, and I'm saying that from a personal perspective of just the Snapchat, that I have been on his Snapchat before for like the past year. I just recently got rid of it because he had Halo on there so much that I was uncomfortable seeing him so much. And I'm telling you, he used to have my phone dying, all the damn notifications from him posting. So I am not, I'm going off of my own experience. And that's just one of his social medias. Imagine the rest of them. Imagine if you have him on multiple social medias. Like, damn. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Keep your shit plugged in. But, I mean, yeah, she an older woman. She's not wearing no damn pink. But, um, I just wanted to see if I had that box. I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? Be sure to leave me your comments and your opinions, commentary down below in the comments. I will have Zane Gray's commentary channel linked in the description of this video to the video in particular that I watched as well. But she has so many more good videos on her channel. Yeah, this has been on the back of my head for a while. Ooh, it's nice. And I'm irritated with how he decides to kind of throw her under the bus repeatedly. I haven't seen as much from her. And to his favor, when she did quote unquote crash out on, what was it, Twitter or X or something, she when she did come out and be like, nobody asked me and stuff, people got on, they had their foot on her neck. They were in his corner and went to bat for him, several different people, saying that she was wrong, that they felt that she was wrong. I didn't feel like she was wrong because, once again, I was actually on his Snapchat and he posts that baby all the damn time. Sorry. I felt like she didn't have to do it publicly, though. They both need to quit with that. Um, but yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I kind of lost what I was saying. Sorry. uh, Poor Halo. Like I said, hope they figure it out. I really do. Oh, I was saying that people went to bat for him. So, I mean, they've heard you already on that front, but then you can't turn around and do it to her. You know? You can't then, like I said, two wrongs is not going to make it right in this situation. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Catch you later. Sorry about this long rant, but I just hope that, yeah, that they can come to terms and do what they need to do for their son. All right, bye.